Welcome to Cunningham Piano. I'm Hugh Sung, and I am so excited to introduce you to the Yamaha CLP 685. This is Yamaha's top of the line of the CLP Clavinova series. This instrument is absolutely magnificent. I've mentioned in my other videos on some of the other 600 series of Clavinova models of the wonderful build and the wonderful action, the keyboard action. Well, this takes all of those things to a whole nother level and then some. So, as I mentioned in other videos, Yamaha in their new 600 series has added new synthetic ebony keys. So now the black keys feel magnificent. It has also synthetic ivory keys. The white keys, the black keys feel great. But not only that, one interesting aspect about these keys, each of these keys now also features their own individual weighted counterweights. And in fact, each of these keys is the longest physical key in any digital piano to date. So what does that mean? It means you're getting a much more realistic feel of a grand piano from a weight point of view. The travel distance, the counterweighting, the responsiveness. I mean, it's just amazing how rich and how full this feels. Everything from playing something really powerful to playing something really delicate. You have all this control. Absolutely amazing. All wooden keys, of course. The sound is another thing that's going to really come out when you experience this. There's a speaker grill here, and the CLP 685 features a 300-watt speaker system. So I don't even have this cranked at full volume, but already it's really, really full, rich, and the sound absolutely envelops you. Talking about enveloping sound, if you plug in your headphone jack and put your headphones on, and I've done this, you almost think, wait a minute, am I hearing this through the headphones, or am I actually hearing this? And then you realize there's a whole new experience with headphones. For the CFX Grand sound samples, Yamaha actually recorded it with binaural recording technology. What that simply means is when you use headphones, it silences the piano through the speakers, but what you hear through the headphones is a 3D simulation. So it actually, you feel like you're in the space where the piano was recorded. You have to experience it to believe it. Absolutely amazing. So as a piano, this is their new GrandTouch action, which is just, I can't say enough superlative things about it. It feels phenomenal, from the repetition to the richness and the control. Again, I don't know if one of my previous videos we talked a little bit about what makes grand pianos, the 9-foot grand pianos, so wonderful to work with. It's because of the length of the keys. The longer the keys, the easier it is, believe it or not, to play softer, in addition to all the power. So this replicates that. The longer keys make it easier to control for soft playing, as well as giving you the power and the feedback that you need for something really loud and powerful. All right, so as an instrument, this is fantastic. Oh, another nice little touch here. This little music rack has these little clips here. You can flip these up, and this is really nice if you have a couple of open books. Instead of having the books, the binding close up on you, this will keep those pages open very, very nice. Again, small little detail, but a very nice, classy touch. So now let's take a moment to dive deeper. There's so many functions. I'm not going to have time to go over all of them, but I'm going to go over some of my favorite functions, as well as interfacing with some really cool apps through my iPad through this instrument. So let's take a look at the navigation system, some of the other functions and voices and features and recording. I can go on all night. Let's get started. One of the biggest improvements with the Yamaha CLP 685 is the new streamlined interface. The power button is on the right-hand side. There's a volume slider, very easy to access just the right volume very, very quickly. And on the left, we have an LCD screen panel display showing what functions you're at, and this new streamlined interface, much easier to get around. You'll notice there are two new buttons here, the CFX Grand and the Bösendorfer buttons. And when you turn the instrument on, it defaults to the Yamaha CFX Grand piano sound samples. The This is the sound of Yamaha's 9-foot concert grand, their finest acoustic instrument. And now they've added the Bösendorfer Imperial grand sound samples. No matter where you are in your navigation settings, you can always hit these two buttons and instantly go back to those two sound samples. Okay, let's go back to our CFX Grand over here. What's amazing about this instrument is that there are over 500 voices that you can play with. Let's take a look at some of these voices over here. So hit the voice button and you can see these larger categories like piano, electric piano, organ. So for example, if I were to go into the piano sounds, I can navigate using these up and down directional keys. And when I want to select something, I hit the right button over here. And as you can see, I can toggle through the CFX Grand, Bösendorfer, and all these other pianos as well, like a pop grand over here if I want. So what I just did was I selected down and I used the right arrow key to select that, and now that's showing up over here. Okay. Go back to your voice settings over here, and let's navigate down. I want to show you something really, really cool. So you've got strings and bass, others, and now if you go down one further, you have these new sets of XG voices. Now this is amazing. Hit the right button, and now we've got a whole bunch of new pianos, chromatic percussion, organ, guitar, bass, strings. This is just absolutely amazing. Reed instruments, pipes, and of course, take a look. You have also ethnic instruments. You have sound effects. I mean, this is hilarious, absolutely amazing. So a lot more to play with. Let's go back. I want to do something and demonstrate a little bit of taking advantage of some of the multiple voices we have here, along with the 16-track recorder. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's select a bass sound just to get us started. We're going to go to an acoustic bass. Press the right button, select that. Okay, and also what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a rhythm to this. Okay, let's select a good rhythm. I've selected the swing rhythm over here. This is a lot of fun. By default, it starts with that, and then you can navigate all the different rhythm settings to practice with. I want to select the swing rhythm. This is a great way to practice, a lot more fun. I'm going to turn this off for just a second. Nice little cadence there. Isn't that cool? All right, so let's start our 16-track recorder. I'm going to use this as our basis over here, and I have the voice selected as their acoustic bass, just to double check that. Okay, so all right, that's all set. I'm going to hit the record button, all right? And I have the option to select either the right channel, the left channel, or if I continue to scroll with the left and right keys, I can go all the way up and select different voice up to 16 tracks. Okay, I'm going to select the left channel over here right now. I'm going to hit the play button over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this rhythm and get this started. And just give it a little cadence over here. All right, that's my little recording. Let's go ahead and pause that. That was fun. Okay, so I've just laid down a nice little bass section here. Go ahead and save that by pressing the right button up here. All right, so now I want to layer over this song. Let's just go ahead and what I'm going to do now is press and hold the record button, press and hold, and that'll bring up some new options. I can either record a new song or go down to that user song I just recorded over here, okay? And that's what I'm going to select. Just hit the right key, and now I'm going to hit the right hand over here. Before I record that, I want to actually select a different voice. So now we're going to have some fun. Let's go down to the XG voices, select that by hitting the right. I'm going to go down to the reeds over here. And I want to go all the way down, and I want to select a clarinet. Here's a clarinet sound. Okay. Oh, started recording already. Here we go. How fun is that? Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and pause that. Let's go ahead and save that. And let's add one more voice just for fun, okay? And let's go back to voices over here and go to the XG voices. And I think I saw a banjo in here somewhere. Let's see if I can find that banjo. No, not this, not the sitar. Let's go back, exit out of here, go back to voices. XG, ethnic, let's see, turn to the right, sitar, banjo, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I think I like that voice, okay? So now we're gonna go hit record, press and hold it. Again, select the user song number 1, okay? And this time I'm gonna go to the 3rd track over here. Let's go ahead and hit play. My little extra bit there. How cool is that? Let's go ahead and save that. And now let's listen to our little masterpiece. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can add go back to my Bösendorfer piano over here. Yeah, hit the Bösendorfer piano. There we go, okay. Maybe it'd be better with a honky-tonk piano, but let's just have some fun with this, okay? Okay, it's good. 1, 2, 3. Again, this is amazing that you have this built-in multi-track recording. You can throw in any voices you want with a rhythmic backing track. I mean, the creative possibilities are just endless. Okay, so we've just scratched the surface in terms of this huge bank of XG voices that you can play with. A lot of fun here. Now, one more thing I want to point out is the fact that the Yamaha CLP 685 also comes with Bluetooth audio, which means, now you can see I have my iPad over here. I'm going to go ahead and go to my settings over here. Now I already have this paired up, and let me just show you very quickly how I have this paired. You go into the function button over here, all right? Go to the left to get to this outer menu option. Then you can scroll down until you see that Bluetooth icon on the bottom here, all right? Go to the right to go back into this inner menu. Right again, then that's Bluetooth that's selected. Right again, make sure your Bluetooth is turned on or off. Let's go ahead and make sure it's turned on. Go down to pairing and go to the right, okay? And that would start the pairing process, all right? So let's go ahead and I'm going to go back to my iPad. My iPad sees the CLP 685. I tap on that and now that is connected. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. And now we're gonna do something really, really fun. Let's go back and go back to my CFX Grand. Now, Yamaha has a whole bunch of wonderful apps for iPads and iPhones. And one neat app to take a look at is something called NoteStar. Okay, and in NoteStar, basically, you can buy sheet music with backing tracks that come along with this. Okay, and there are all different ways that you can play these tracks, and for some of them, you also have vocals as well. Let's take a look at this Katy Perry song, "Fireworks." It's a full band with vocals, and it's just a sample, right? You have a couple of free samples, but you can always purchase more songs and have access to an incredible library of music. Now, listen to what happens. I'm going to play this. The sound of the song is coming through the speakers of the CLP wirelessly through the Bluetooth audio settings. How cool is that? Let's go back to the beginning of the song. Okay. Now let's say I'm just learning this song, and so what I want to do is perhaps I want to do a little count-in. Okay. Let's do a 1 measure of count-in. Okay. And let's slow this down because it's a new song for me. I don't know how to play it. I want to, I'm just learning the notes. Here you go. And I'm going to put the volume up just a little bit so we can hear what's going on here. 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. The whole band with me. 50% tempo. And if you'll notice, the pages are turning automatically. Now this is amazing. The vocal is slower, but the pitch isn't changing. Quite amazing. Okay. So again, it's a great way to learn and have fun playing your favorite songs. Let's go back and let's do this full tempo, just because I can, with a full count in over here. And as you notice, the page automatically advances. Okay, so you never have to touch the screen to turn the page. It'll turn the page for you automatically. So let's go ahead and have some fun. 2, ready, and. also mention there's a mixer as well that you can also control the backing track. Let's say you want you want to keep the keyboard sound softer and have the backing track a little louder, maybe the vocals a little bit louder. Now let's take a listen to this one. Now the keyboard is out, it's just the backing band. You hear the vocals are a little bit louder here, and if you wanted to sing yourself, you can turn the vocals off. How about that? Let's get the backing band volume a little bit louder. Start it again. I'm playing along. Now the vocals are turned off. You can sing along. If I'm not going to pretend to sing this, but you can see you have absolute control over all the instruments if the tracks are provided for that. It is so much fun. And again, having the wireless audio come through the instrument really immerses you in whatever songs that you want to learn how to play. And it's not just for traditional sheet music. There's also chord tracker where you can have the audio play through with, again, with chord symbols instead. If you just want to play with chords, it'll create chord charts out of any audio file you have. Again, so many wonderful options that Yamaha has provided that interfaces your iPad or your iPhone with the CLP 685 seamlessly, making this a true full, just an absolute treasure trove of musical experiences for learning, playing, performing, and just enjoying. Just so many options. We're just scratching the surface. You know, with the Yamaha CLP 685, you're getting a great piano. Just a great instrument if you just want to play the piano. But as you can see from exploring the hundreds of voices and sound effects and recording capabilities, and it's just amazing what you can do to unlock your creativity. By the way, the sound system features spruce cone speakers, and the spruce material is actually made from the wood pulp left over from the acoustic soundboards made of spruce. So the same material that goes into Yamaha's finest acoustic pianos are actually the material that the sound comes out of. These wonderful spruce speakers. A lot of power, beautiful wood that resonates through the sound. Again, I could probably go on all night with other incredible features, but needless to say, it all boils down to the fact that it's fun, it's easy to use, and it just unlocks so many creative possibilities with learning, playing, performing, teaching, and so on and so forth. Anyway, again, I think Yamaha has absolutely hit a tremendous home run with this magnificent instrument. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter so that we can let you know about more amazing instruments that we are so excited to share with you. For Cunningham Piano, I'm Hugh Sung. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.